What's going on, guys? I'm the Lore Master, and in this video we're going to be talking about Kakashi, specifically his Susanoo, or Obito Susanoo, if you will. And we're going to be talking about whether or not he has it still in Boruto or not. I personally don't think he does, and I'll explain why. But first, I would like to explain how he was able to use the Susanoo first. A lot of people were confused by that, apparently, and think it was Kishimoto's bullshit way for Kakashi to get a power-up to fight Kaguya, and that's the only way they're able to beat Kaguya. But it's not what Obito did with his spirit transfer weird-ass technique that he used is actually not as crazy as you think, because he wasn't the first person, and he might not even be the last person to do this. And the first person we get to see do this was the Sage of Six Paths, and he did that for Naruto and Sasuke, and that's how he gave them parts of his chakra. Whereas he gave Naruto his Yang chakra, and he gave Sasuke his Yin chakra, and that's how he unlocked the Rinnegan. Now, Obito did it was a little different because he used Kamui to teleport his soul, basically, in connection with Kakashi's. And that's how he did that. And that allowed him to that allowed Kakashi to have use of Obito's Mangekyou Sharingan and Susanoo. Very similar to how the Sage of Six Paths did what the Sage of Six Paths did with Naruto and Sasuke. Now, with that out of the way, why do people think Kakashi has the Susanoo, first of all? Well, there's actually a lot of evidence to support the fact that he still does. Or supports the opinion that he still does, I guess I should say. The thing that people go to when talking about Kakashi Susanoo, whether or not he still has it, is the fact that Shizui used the Susanoo with only one Mangekyou Sharingan, because his other eye was stolen by Danzo. And then we also go to Madara able to use the Susanoo without any eyes at all. So people tend to think that once you unlock the Susanoo, it's not really stored within your eyes, with a lack of a better word. People think it's more stored in your spirit, your soul, basically. So people think if you still once you use the Susanoo, once you unlocked it, you have it forever, whether or not you have the Sharingan or not, like that. And it makes sense because of how personalized the Susanoo is. For example, Kakashi's, when he used it, it had a scar on his left eye. Sasuke's Susanoo had a crossbow. And I'm not sure if this is related, but I thought I'd bring it up anyway. But in one of Sasuke's childhood memories, when he was on a mission to kill a boar with Itachi, he used a longbow. It wasn't a crossbow, it was a longbow. But it was still a bow nonetheless. So maybe there's a connection between the two. Maybe one of Sasuke's fond memories with his, treasured brother was him using a bow on the mission, and that's why he got the bow on the Susanoo. Maybe, I don't know. Makes sense to me. So does Kakashi still have the Susanoo or not? I don't think he does, and the reason that is well, for one, this is my weaker argument. He's not an Uchiha. Maybe that alone is the reason why he doesn't have the Susanoo. And again, that's kind of a weaker argument. That's my weaker argument, but I still want to point it out because I'm going to mention it later. My stronger argument is that when Obito basically teleported his soul into Kakashi's in connection to the Kakashi's soul, and he was able to talk to him, and he was able to basically give Kakashi temporary control over his powers. Their souls were connected, and if the Susanoo is in fact, stored within someone's soul instead of their eyes, like the Tsukiyomi or Amaterasu, then having their souls kind of like connected for a while allowed Kakashi to use the Susanoo as well as his Sharingan, both. And once Obito's soul left to go to heaven, his soul left Kakashi, basically, and that would relieve Kakashi the ability to use the Susanoo. That's why I think Kakashi doesn't have the Susanoo anymore, is because of that. And also, that wasn't Kakashi's Susanoo. It looked like him because it had the scar and all. And that's probably because Kakashi was the one using it. But it was still Obito's Susanoo that he was using. It wasn't Kakashi's. So, that's why I don't think he has the Susanoo anymore. Also, if he does have the Susanoo, for some reason, it definitely won't be as powerful. But there's something I want to explain first that I should have explained earlier. There's another question going around of how he's able to use the Susanoo without an Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And that's a good question. I was confused on that for a while, but that's actually not as ridiculous as people think, because there's actually been one other person who's been able to use the Susanoo. Two people who's actually been able to use the Susanoo without an Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and that was the Sage of Six Paths and his son Indra. And the reason those two were able to use the complete body Susanoo is because most likely the Sage of Six Paths was able to use it because he has strong ties. He has strong Otsutsuki blood, and Indra was able to use it because of his strong blood relation to his father. Obito's eyes were powered by Six Paths chakra, a lot like how Naruto and Sasuke are now. And Kakashi does state in the show that having Six Paths chakra increases your ocular abilities by a lot. So that's most likely how he's able to use the complete body Susanoo. And again, not as crazy as people think. And going back to what I was saying about even if Kakashi has the Susanoo, it won't be as strong. The reason is that because he won't have the Sharingan for one, and along with the Sharingan, he won't have the a Six Paths chakra within those eyes. And so that would make using the Susanoo way more difficult, and it'll be way less powerful. For one, he won't be able to use Kamui in conjunction with his Susanoo, and two, it won't be a complete body Susanoo. At most, he'll be able to use the armor Susanoo, which is still strong, but it definitely not as strong as the complete body Susanoo. And not only that, going back to what I was saying about Kakashi not being a Uchiha, he doesn't have. They said it many times that Kakashi does not have the body or the chakra to use the Sharingan as effectively as an Uchiha can. With training, you can make yourself stronger with the Sharingan if you're not an Uchiha, but still, you're still not an Uchiha, and you won't be able to use the Sharingan as effectively. So even if it does use the Susanoo, it definitely won't be for very long, and it just won't be as strong. That about does it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know whether or not you think Kakashi has the Susanoo or not. And hope I see you guys in the next video. See ya.